Alright.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has
Alright.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible.
Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet. Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
Ooh. She killed herself. Diversion. Politics. Conviction. Diversion. Politics.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. But an act of horrific violence occurred during the night. And I do not know if this is linked to the disappearance of Sarah.
What are you getting at? What act of violence?
We found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room. She was brutally murdered, stabbed several times. I'll get straight to the point, Louis. According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last person to see her alive.
Yes, last night we, Do you suspect me?
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night and leave nothing out. Tell me, how did the evening begin?
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us. She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life. I took my leave of the Duchess and followed Elizabeth to her room.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide anything.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
She claimed she saw my mother the previous evening on the cliff, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. I will send someone as soon as possible.
Be nice if you watched on your
But
phone
do
or
go on.
something.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation became confused. So, then she ordered me to get out. If only I'd
You have to
stayed.
go to Twitch.
Don't blame
Or
yourself,
get
Louis.
Twitch.
How could you have known? But thank you
My
for
name
this
without
new
a space,
information.
PanMorgenstern.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that
Appreciate
this tragedy puts
Love
me in
you.
a very delicate
Get
situation.
your friends to watch.
I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case
Okay.
cannot remain unaddressed.
Oh, yeah.
I must
Oh, shit.
reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
I forgot to
You
answer
met
the question.
Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted
You
you.
look away for 1 second.
Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi, so I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Well, hello, guys. So, I didn't take the time to say anything. I'm PanMorgenstern. It's nice to meet you all. I'm here with EC Witch Gamers. The game I'm playing right now is The Council, and it is about the occult, mystery, murder, intrigue, and my missing mother. There's a lot to this. We have map, different items you can pick up, things you can use to help. Right down here is my effort points. Effort points allow you to use your skills. Your different skills are associated over here. So I'm primarily an occultist, but I have high studies in etiquette. Not high, level 1. Conviction, politics, linguistics, a whole bunch of other stuff. So I try to play this character a little bit like myself, which has been interesting because I've had to go against some of my preferred thoughts. These are all my talents. These all get leveled up as you interact with people and do different things. Got a big old map here. These are all the people I've met within game. They have different immunities or vulnerabilities that I can use against them to get information. Essentially, I was invited to an island by the Mortimer character you just saw because my mother has gone missing. My mother is a leader of a secret society sect within Paris.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Four-letter word. There's lots of little puzzles like this. I should be writing these down. I'm gonna look around. This game's from 2018. I think it looks pretty clean for being an older game. I probably spent 3 or 4 months looking at this game before I got the first chapter, which was free with Game Pass, which was awesome because it was basically giving me like a demo, which I immediately bought the other 4 chapters right after, and I would want to share it with you guys. Because if you like mystery, murder, intrigue, and so forth, this is definitely going to be a game you might be interested in.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
I was wondering what was whistling. Thanks, Mortimer. Oh, royal jelly. Okay, get some more points back. So we go around, we're gonna see if we can find as much as we can. I don't want to talk to the emissary yet. Can I get all this? Maybe wondering why I'm getting so close to everything. There's collectible coins that I noticed when I first started this game, and oh man, I like collecting things.
Dante's
Ooh, what's
Purgatory.
this?
Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Oh. one more time, that box. Where is it?
A Byzant from the
what I
Byzantine
mean?
Empire. A coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Where was that? Oh. Where was it? Oh no, I lost the box. Oh no. Where was it? It was over... No. Uh-oh. Awesome. Hello. Let me know if you can't hear me. I'm not sure if you can.
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Normally I just say open. Oh. Is it Cain?
Which four-letter word could open
Oh,
this
it's not Cain.
chest?
Awesome. Thank you. Not Cain. Is that an L or an O? That's an I, right? It was Zeus. Huh. Well, well, well. All right. Let's go talk to the emissary. I got that box open. Emissary.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Just give me 1 second there, guys. Un momento. Boom. Okay. Oh, it disconnects me from chat when I do that. Okay. But I would not want to get an innocent man in trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Mr. Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman, who looked a bit lost.
But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say. But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Yes. Thank you. All right. So, I guess we go downstairs. Indeed we do. Hey. Those who are viewing, welcome. And thank you for joining me on this intriguing game of mystery and the occult. Alright. So, if you're just joining, I am currently investigating a murder in which I was originally accused of committing. Which is way off pace, because I am supposed to be looking for my mother who's been lost on this island. I think I've pretty much found everything on this floor. I just gotta go to the certain rooms to investigate. Any new stuff lying around? I've only played the first chapter. I'm on the second chapter now. And, oh jeez. I already wanted to be another one of these games already. Before I talk to Monsieur whoever. Is that Washington? No, that looks like Mortimer again. Hello?
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
Really? Nah, there's no invulnerabilities. Insinuate that he looks dodgy. Speak about his ass. What is he doing in the corridor?
Has anyone told you that Elizabeth was killed last night?
Yes. Rumors spread quickly.
Huh. He looks very put out.
It's horrible. How did it happen?
I can say nothing to you, sir. You'd better follow your host's instructions.
If you want to help me choose options...
Oh, I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
If you want to help influence the decisions I'm going to make, I do have a timer with some of them. However, just put 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the options. And the more of one option that shows up in chat, I'll choose that, the prominent one. We're going to do it clockwise, so starting from left top corner, that will be 1, and the numbers will follow clockwise, 2, 3, 4. All right. So where am I? Let's go in Adam's room, shall we? Check her room out first. Is her body still here? Oh, yep. She was a cool tattooed one, too. Damn. Alright. Well, we have lots to look at here.
Knocked over bottle of wine. smell. It's laudanum. It must have been mixed with the wine directly in the bottle. I know that smell. It's laudanum. It must have been mixed with the wine directly in the bottle.
Ah. That was a waste, wasn't it? That's okay. I'm gonna leave that then. Okay, what else do we got? Knife. Letter opener. Ooh.
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand. The blade is short and thin, well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood, still fresh.
Okay. Need more logic.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru?
Oh, it's
Washington,
yeah.
maybe.
No. It's Peru. Guaranteed it's Peru. Look at those tats. Those are awesome. You may be wondering, is the secret society of my mom a leader of the Freemasons? No. It's Golden something, not Golden Dawn. But they do mention the Freemasons. So, I think this is the idea that it's higher than the Freemasons. Illuminati, maybe.
There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars. Scars are superficial and were made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life.
Did my mother?
People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
Trigger warning. I should have said that. Oh well.
Symbol of Masons? What's that doing here? She had the Sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her. The symbol of the living God. Written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age. Unless her mother was a tutor. Ancient Greek. Let's see what it means.
Oh, it's Greek.
These are sacred chants intended to protect their bearer. But from whom?
I thought it was going to be Hebrew.
From what? I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth, she must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck. Maybe mutilations. What a strange smell.
Let's go with science.
It smells of alcohol and of laudanum.
Not gonna be able to do much more without
Use it to relieve pain.
jelly rolls. Oh, I can't.
She bled from the nose. I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with a lot of blood. At first sight, I say that's what caused her death. Some of these tattoos
Go
are
for
veritable
tattoos.
works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
Wow.
No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle is a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle. Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
Tattoos.
More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body.
I recognize bits and pieces.
Let's see.
Ugh. Trigger
Trace
warning.
of sexual assault or rape.
That's good. I need a jelly roll. Can't go that way.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother if she still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you will be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Ew. One day. Imagine. Looking at that girl as if she's been through a lot more than what we are ever going to assume. Just fixing my chat screen here so I can actually see it. There we go. Alright then. Alright. Oh, the clock was knocked over.
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Interesting.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her good luck. Huh. The talisman that I gave
Oh, you're
back
not
to
gonna pick it up?
Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her
Okay.
good luck. A pentagram? What the hell's been going on here?
Oh, I love having a high
Contrary to what
occult.
most people believe, a pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil. Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
It's amazing. I didn't actually expect, even though this is an occulty game, I didn't expect them to point out the difference between an inversed pentagram. Like, that's crazy.
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work
Oh,
out.
no. I need jelly rolls. So
June
bad.
11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last, right soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Oh, it's a lot of CO2 in that ginger ale. Yeah. Oh, can't reach that one. Oh, I could have. Damn it. Okay.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you, but they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Uh-oh. Wait, that's my mother.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
So that would be the one that we found. Ooh. Ooh. It's a gun.
A pistol? Fairly new, I'd
Pretty
say.
sure that's the one my mother
And judging
had.
by the weight of it, fairly light.
Take it.
There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France.
Well, it was either Napoleon or Peru.
It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean.
Unless...
It isn't loaded, and there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently. Right. I shall have to find its owner.
Can we go out here? Well, that's...
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
This is the council. Oh, I'm gonna use my last...
Travel
Oh,
dress.
whatever.
The silk has been
So what's that?
slightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does.
What's up, D?
God help us. Why did she
Thanks
come
for
here
joining,
in the first
man.
place? The material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
So, I'm not sure what platforms this is on. I know it's on Xbox, which is what I'm currently playing it on, Xbox One. It's called The Council. You can buy it in individual chapters or all 5. If you have Xbox and you have Xbox Pass, the first chapter is free. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you like the occult, murder mystery, and that kind of genre, you're going to end up buying the other 4 like I did, because it's a slow, relaxed game. However, it's really intense psychologically. Alright, I'm gonna show you some stuff, D. Right, so far these are all the characters I've come in contact with. Now, as you can tell by the names, some of them, these are known people. This should be the most noteworthy of them. Washington and Napoleon. So there's a secret society, and there's several of them. My mother, who is Sarah de Richet, is the leader of a sect in Paris. Mortimer is another one. George Washington is the leader of his sect while being president of the United States. I'm not sure if Bonaparte is in a secret society, but it is during like the latter end of the French Revolution. Let's see, Emily, who's not I thought it was Emily who was killed. It was actually Elizabeth Adams, who is John Adams' daughter. This is another occultist who's a member. All these people have been invited to Lord Mortimer's mansion for their annual or usual meet and planning of what is going to happen with the world and how they're going to influence it. So from what I can gather, even though they use golden something, not Golden Dawn, but golden something as the secret society's name, I thought, oh, okay, this is Freemasons. They mentioned the Freemasons, which are lower than these guys. So what I can gather is the Council is an Illuminati game. As in, this is the Illuminati. High Council, basically. My mother, Sarah de Richet, has gone missing on this island. Mortimer has invited me to help look for her. Elizabeth has just been killed, and now I'm being asked to help solve her murder after being accused of it. So while trying to find my mother, there's just this whole game of Clue going on. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to find out who killed Elizabeth, but my main goal is to try to figure out where's my mother. It's crazy, man. I couldn't put it down. I finished the first chapter last night. Could not stop playing. But as you see the little diamonds in the bottom left corner there, those are my talents or abilities. So yeah, these are all my skills. So you have like occultist is what I am, and then there's like I think this is like education, like knowledge, and on the right side is investigation, like detective. And you know, you level up after each you know what, I said it's 5 chapters, but it's more like 5 books, and they each have their own chapter. So after you finish a chapter, basically you go to sleep. It refills your talent bar, and you level up and all that, and then you get points that you put in here, and then at certain points you get journals and pages over here, and they give you boosts. It's a fairly linear game with RPG elements to it, right? So I have effort points which I can spend to help do certain things, like influence, manipulate, or where is it? So these are all the things I can do. Conviction, I can help convince people by the sheer force of my will. Etiquette allows me to like fit into what's going on better. Politics, George Washington's here, Napoleon Bonaparte, so there is political aspects. You need to be able to, have at a certain level in politics allows you to ask certain questions or get certain pieces of information. Diversion, I can distract people. I don't really care about that one. That will go up though. Linguistics allows me to translate scripts and stuff that I see. Subterfuge allows me to pick locks, steal things without being noticed. Science, obviously, science deduction. Erudition. My background in arts, geography, and history gives me certain bonuses. Occultism, obviously. This is a game dealing with the occult, so I want this one as high as possible. This with all the symbols, mythologies, and everything helps me pick things out that people normally would be able to. Manipulation, so I can kind of manipulate people, get them to do things, say things, or agree. Kind of goes hand in hand with conviction, I find, but then we got logic, which I need to get up a little bit more. Think of things logically, obviously. Agility, this allows me to like reach higher, get to places I can't normally get to. Psychology allows me to observe mindfully how people interact with each other, what they're saying, how they're saying it. Vigilance kind of lets me pick out things that you may not catch right away. And questioning, this just expands based on some of my questions based on their behavior. And then as you do different things, you have these talents. So I'm experienced. My effort pool increases by 1. That's why it was like 7 or whatever, 7 or 8 now. Bookworm, I get 1 extra to manuscripts, or what was it? I can equip 1 more manuscript. Manuscripts allow me to boost my abilities. Subtle, I gain 2 skill points in psychology. This one was really useful. Quick, I can use 1 skill like 10 times, I guess. This gives me a boost in vigilance. And it also means, like, because when I do things, those points down there will disappear depending on how much it is. So if I'm boosted high enough, it would actually subtract. So say it's like, oh, it's going to cost me 3 points to check science. If my science is high enough, it won't cost me any points. So I can do it for free. But then I do have other things like jelly roll. See if we go. So we get jelly rolls, which brings back 2 effort points. I have none right now. Golden elixir. So sometimes there's drinking, so you get intoxicated, which will influence how you interact and what you can say. So this will take that away. Devil's thorn. It allows me to see what people's vulnerabilities or immunities are. Some people might be immune to manipulation, so I can't use manipulative techniques on them. And then Carmelite water, where I have 0 of them right now, but where I have no points, no talent or effort points, this would allow me to do my next effort check for free. You can collect amber fragments. When you collect 4 amber fragments, you gain 1 effort point. I believe that's in your total bar. So you see why I like to pick things up in this game, because you start with, I think, 4 or 5 effort point spots. Yeah. I want to max it, but I need jelly rolls. You also pick up various other things, keys, pages in books and stuff. These are all really good. This book over here, some of these things take like 3 or 5 pages, but they give you massive points. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. If you go ahead and share this, that'd be dope. I'm probably going to stream this on and off for the next few chapters. Well, for the rest of the game, actually. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. We'll see. Maybe about another half an hour, an hour. But thanks for coming, man. Peace out.
Vials of laudanum.
See, I can't use my science. It's not high enough.
The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America.
All right, man.
I wonder
Peace.
if Washington's involved.
Oh, I missed something. The
Blood
blood on the
spatter
wall.
indicates that the murder must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
This is all very intriguing. So,
Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now.
I have, yes.
Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
hello, welcome, and thank you for joining. I'm PanMorgenstern, and this is The Council, Chapter 2. Alright. So, we got any more little things popping around here? Next room.
President
Who are we
George
going
Washington.
to first? Alright, sir. Oh, excuse me. Ginger ale gets me every time. Oh. Ah, there we go. Gives me one to questioning. Once I can use it. I don't need golden elixir. I need jelly rolls. Huh. I'd like to say that George Washington is a clean, upstanding individual, but hey, I don't know.
Map of Massachusetts.
Well, that would make sense. He is the President of the United States.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
Ah, I need jelly rolls.
My dear George, I'd like to invite you to join me as planned at my place. I have a project to show you. It is time that the United States played a more important role on the world stage. I understand your reluctance of playing with fire. I know your new country is very young, but rest assured that I would do nothing to jeopardize what we have built together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Your friend, William.
William.
A map of Connecticut.
Connecticut. I will speak to you in a moment, Sir Washington. President Washington?
Portrait of George Washington.
Portrait of himself in his room. That seems a little... Oh, jelly roll. Jelly rolls get you drunk. Jelly rolls get you drunk.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Yeah, that's good. That was That was worth 1 point. That was worth it for 1 point. President Washington has a very clean room.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President.
She's dead.
I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered. Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines.
That was inside his head.
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry, but that case was closed if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks. Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Yes, Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed.
Now for your shoe size,
Mr. President, we found a footprint at the scene of the crime.
Not a dress shoe, I hope. That's all I wear.
No, rest assured. It looks like the print of a big ankle boot. A large size, I'd say.
Perfect. That should help you, Louis. It's a clue.
No shit. I already read those. There. Alright, next. Nothing new in the halls that I can tell. I can't go in there. Alright, who's next?
His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
And yet I can't go into his room. It's supposed to be allowed in all the guest rooms. Wait, what?
That's me.
Well, can't even go in my own room.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Haven't even met him yet, I don't think.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess. Tending
Emily's
children
room.
at the orphanage in Harlem. I find it a little hard to understand this painting choice.
It's a neat way to do walls.
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no
That's what it's
circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds, painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Hello?
Grammar
I
of
like books.
Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it. A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. The next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Well. Another coin. I'd like to know what all these coins are going to be useful for. Duchess. You can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing. We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiment of immigrant royalties to fight against France. Your friend is Eminence. Goosey Pate. Okay. Can't really pronounce that name, even though I've heard it like 16 times already.
2 coils circle the lock.
Damn it. The fuck?
From William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted to you till my last breath. If you have any request of me, you only need ask. With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately. For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and meet with you within 6 months. From then on, you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
This lady's got some powerful friends. Not that, it isn't powerful people. Oh, come on. It don't cost one. Don't have vigilance. Yes.
William Pitt, the elder, Earl of Chatham. Emily works with his son.
I don't need golden elixir. I need jelly rolls, like, all the time.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
My choices that I'm allowed to do. Probably not. Man, she was stabbed like 9 times.
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times. No doubt she suffered greatly.
9 times? What monster is capable of such a horrible thing? Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Ha!
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
I'm now interviewing
I'll
all
just
the
ask.
guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Am I given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily. Especially since I couldn't prevent the murder, even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least. I hear you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either His Eminence can't keep his tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
She's getting
I
feisty.
found the murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since a blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it all.
If what you say is true, Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic.
Hello, and
about
welcome to the
shedding any
stream.
light on the subject.
Oh,
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily. I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
All right. So, did my mother kill her? I think my mother. No, mama. Okay. So it's like I got a message here. Alright. Trying to solve a cult mystery and I have messages. Okay. So whose room is next?
Monsieur
Bonaparte?
Bonaparte.
Aha! Yep. Time to investigate Napoleon. Oh.
The Prince by Mac. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambitions. That might come in handy.
Just steal his book. It's mine now.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success.
The
Why do I
art
get
that they
nothing
put
but
into
visions
this is
of war
amazing.
in my room, and he gets victory after victory?
Oh yeah, that's. I bet Saturn eating his own son in my room.
Honey,
Reach.
I couldn't have hoped for better.
Oh. Royal jelly.
Hey, a Russian ruble. I wonder what it'd be worth today. The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur.
Well, does that not describe Napoleon? Little man syndrome.
A
I have your
bicorn
hat?
decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
No shit.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
I'm really thankful I don't have to read all that, and it reads it for me. Even his inner monologue.
It's a beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Wait. I need more vigilance. Shit. I'll speak to you in a sec. What? Oh, just the painting. Ooh.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
A new order in
Just
France.
one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
Well, we knew it was his gun. I knew it was his gun. It was pretty obvious. Can't see me. Let's see, anything else? Oh, I wish they...
French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty. A fragment of amber.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Another collectible coin. Alright, Napoleon. I have questions for you, good sir.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
As any good
I know
soldier
it.
would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Damn.
Thank you. Thank you.
So far it's looking like Peru or my mother.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Were you able to recognize the prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
This would have went a lot better if I had more points.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
It didn't seem to add up.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all. Except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you. What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly.
For now.
Thanks again for all your answers. Good day.
Alright.
So Jacques Peru?
Yep. Let's get this motherfucker. No, you can stay seated, motherfucker.
What do you want from me, Deriche?
Greetings.
Why don't you just sit the fuck down and shut
Cut the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
Need more psychology.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room. A pattern with 4 circles.
Am I stealing why he's right there? Yeah. Oh yeah. This is all evidence, I swear.
Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marielle.
All right. I've retrieved everything. All right. I've retrieved everything.
Dear Monsieur...
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Oh. But you know, honey,
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
oh shit. Oh. I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner, snared by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Interesting. Anything else? No, I can't go out that door. It's locked. Yeah. I'll turn around. That's locked too.
Great. Honey.
I don't want to be drunk.
The
Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
Hello and welcome. I am PanMorgenstern, and this is The Council, Chapter 2. Any more clues? Oh.
Dear friend,
hello.
Please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible. I await your arrival. Lord William Mortimer.
Records of the
book in the
police.
park.
Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris, and there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
That is a massive... Is that a shoehorn? That's huge. And I'm looking for size 15 feet. Come here, Paru. That was it. Alright.
All right.
Come on, you.
Have you finished?
Not quite.
Yep.
I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Here. And here.
2 days ago, I surprised you having a go at Miss Adams.
What happened? Did you want to give her another beating? She wouldn't let you push her around again, huh?
Shut up, you little shit! You have no idea what happened, and here you are, carping away. You think you're Investigator of the Year. Have you taken a look at yourself, de Richet?
Didn't you get enough beating her black and blue the last time?
I did not!
Oh my god. Oh, damn. Alright, so we'll just gaslight him.
Go on.
That's fine.
Keep going.
Finish what you came to do, then get out of my room.
You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself.
Oh, I'm totally going
I
for
know
the
you were at
foot
the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations. You've wrapped up the investigation.
And his gun. When you see options pop up on the screen, from clockwise going from top left, clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever corresponding number goes with the amount of options. If you want me to choose one, just put down in the chat what number. Alright, we can see how fun this could get. Alright, so we're gonna go to the next one. Who else? There's any more stuff lying around. Whoop. Let's see anything lying around. Full circle, huh? Alright, so let's find some stairs. Oh.
Monsieur Johann van Vulner.
Oh. I've not checked all in this room. I have not. Need more effort points, man. I gotta find more of those jelly rolls. One thing I noticed is I used a lot of my items that I was collecting right away. That was a bad mistake. Here I am with a bunch of effort point spots and only 2 effort points. Well. Coins. I have no idea what the coins are for. I'm gonna have to look that. Hello? Holy. Knowledge.
The signs of obscurantism.
Ah, this needs a screenshot. That's hilarious. Huh. Jelly roll. My favorite item in the game now, I guess. What is this vigilance crap? Vigilance, vigilance, vigilance. So that's going up next. Okay. I'm missing a lot of stuff not having vigilance.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart. Wait, what are the letters? If I'm not mistaken, Paracelsus named the element called zinc.
Oh. Okay, well, not jelly rolls, but okay. It's other good stuff that's probably useful. Can I get close to that?
Signs of the zodiac. The alchemist is a young man.
Alright. Nothing. Is that a window? Can't move it though, okay.
A fragment of amber. The alchemist is an old man.
Oh man, oh man.
What can I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Where were you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly.
Ah, finally.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
Oh. I'm stuck. So, now what? Oh, okay. Wait a second. I've already been in there. Washington's room. I haven't been in my room. Bonaparte's room. Peru. Can I go downstairs? No. Of course. That is not what is at hand. I'm gonna head. Which one is this? The question is, can I go for a nap?
Seigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Whose room I can't go into?
Huh, that's me.
Okay.
Duke Manuel Godoy.
I investigated what I can.
Monsieur Napoléon Bonaparte. Monsieur Jacques Peru.
Yes. I cannot go down. Uh-oh. Ah, here we go. There we go. Nothing like getting a little lost. Oh. I did not get enough information to figure this out, but okay, let's go. No, I got that box, that's right.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
Will you remind me of the facts we already know about?
Elizabeth Adams was killed last night, but Piaggi was with Holm and I until late at night. As for Bonaparte and Washington, they left us after midnight, both tired.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
Fuck it. I'm going with Jacques Peru. Why? He wouldn't give me his gun. He's got a size 15 foot. But there was a female there. However, most evidence
It would appear that
was towards
Monsieur
him.
Peru is the culprit.
What proof do you have against him?
His weapon was in Elizabeth's room, which proves he was present at the scene of the crime.
I see. What else?
I found a footprint in the victim's blood. The size corresponds to a very tall man.
That's certainly suspicious.
He hit her before yesterday evening. His Eminence Piaggi can testify to that fact.
Ah, very interesting. Anything else?
I wish, but I believe that is sufficient.
I believe there's enough here to prove his guilt.
Very well. I'll share your conclusion with Gregory, and then I shall take care of everything from now on. Given the eminent guests and the important political issues involved, I trust you will leave me to conclude the case in my own way.
Sure.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
Oh, goddamn, finally.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
I'd
I
like
believe
to
she's
answer the
mouse.
cat, but unfortunately I'm increasingly worried that she's, in fact, the mouse.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities and yours in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the cannon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having support of a military man can often come in handy, Louis. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play, and I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, Thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he said.
Excuse me?
There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
She was looking for someone.
What do you mean?
In Paris, we were working on a smuggling case to do with occult objects. We had just arrested a dealer who intended to go to you to meet a buyer. My mother was here to find out to whom he intended to sell his stolen treasure.
Oh. What was the name of your dealer?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm gonna go with that.
Can't remember exactly. Von something or other.
Von Volner?
No, not your friend Mr. Von Volner.
There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Maybe she found something out.
What do you mean?
My mother has a gift for investigating. If she had picked up a lead, nothing would have stopped her.
The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney, United States.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential of this invention is much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Mother lulled my childhood with tales of the Crusades. How Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus had to battle it out to achieve their ends. And how Guy de Lusignan, having broken his word, launched the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I see Sarah's lessons have inspired new enthusiasts. Good on you, because not everyone can claim they know as much at your age. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. Emily has a twin sister? Who knew my mother? What's she playing at, goddammit? That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself.
She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on her trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Ooh. A new place to wander.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Wait, what? Oh, is that this door? Man, my character either needs to like sleep or get jelly rolls. I'll keep saying jelly rolls, hoping they will manifest. Oh. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 vases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15 candle holders. And 2 harps. Oh, I thought there'd be some
There are
significance.
burnt
There's
papers in the
not.
chimney.
What'd it say, yo?
There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
Trust the man with the sword.
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Jelly roll? Yeah. Oh no. Get rid of that intoxication.
Dante's Paradise. Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Can you go it that way? No.
What is this disc? Oh,
Observe.
that reminds me of the ones my mother collects. It's magnetic.
I'll take it. It's magnetic, he says. So that probably has a use in a...
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio.
Must find a safer way. Ah.
A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion can be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Wow. Excuse me. Oh, okay, Dante's Paradise, right. But why?
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor. We'll see if it works.
Nah. Fuck yeah.
It's open.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
St. Paul painted by Guido Reni.
The man with the sword.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
Keep looking for other clues, shall we?
A fragment of amber.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at those.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni. Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay.
St. John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles, when we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
This? No.
The New Testament. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait, a note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that? A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini. He's represented as
The youngest
writing the
apostle?
word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel. There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean? It must be the group of pilgrims mentioned from before. I guess maybe the city of Corinth is a reference to the epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
What is Corinthians? Which one's Corinthians? Crap. Alright.
This volume dates from the first edition by Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. The pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Oh, there's so much.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Did I really just do the same one twice? Oh my.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
What? When Corinthians just tells you you're a god. Ah! Alright. Oh yeah, there's more, isn't there? 620. I guess I should have started.
The Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom. Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. Prussian? Volner? I must have a word with him.
Okay.
And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6. Take heed that ye practice your justice before men, to be seen differently by them. Otherwise, ye shall have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. And said,
For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, for we are as reprobates.
What's up, Rock?
Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Just refresh it. Alright, let's... right now I'm playing the Council. It's kind of like a deep occult clue game. There's... I keep calling them chapters, but it's more like 5 books, and each book has a chapter. It's pretty intense. Alright, what do I have to do? Pick up the package. Follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Oh. Ooh. That sucks. That would have been helpful.
Must be the group of pilgrims mentioned from before.
Oh, I already did that.
I guess maybe the city of Corinth.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
An epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
It's a fairly linear game with some really interesting RPG elements. And you definitely have to look and look and look.
There's nothing worth noticing here. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years. No. Nothing of value here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
I know what that means.
Count in the dust. All right, let's do it. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
There we go.
8 in all. That's what the message in Hebrew spoke about. Hebrew 8.
Back to the Bible. Alright. Chapter 2, verse 8. Chapter 6, verse
that
8.
which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned.
Here's a message.
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him.
Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
So wait, is that Paul?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny.
Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Ah. Paul. Which one was this
St.
again?
Paul on the road to Damascus
Aha.
by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. While a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust, I can read the number 4.
4. So, should I go back to the Bible? Paul 4. Oh yeah. No. Matthew. This is definitely the hardest one.
Because we look not at the things that
Let's
are
try
seen,
it.
but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are
Hey
seen
Rock,
are
if you want to
temporal,
help influence
but
what I
the
pick,
things which are not
how I
seen
do it
are
is
eternal.
from the top left of the options is 1, and you go clockwise. If you see something before I pick one that you want me to try, just hit whatever number it is, and if I see it, I'll do it. Where is it? Alright, I gotta keep looking.
I guess I'll just come back later.
4. Okay.
Dante's Paradise.
Oh, no,
Raise
I
your
read
head
that.
and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world
Alright, man.
must ripen in our rays.
No, I've already read that. I have to check
St.
this
Paul
out
on the
again.
road to Damascus
So
by
4.
Caravaggio.
Pilgrims have joined him.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
St.
Paul painted by Guido Reni. So we have the figure 11 twice underlined.
No, I already got that.
And a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe? Strange. St. Paul is shown twice, unlike the other disciples.
Oh, weird.
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. 11. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting.
Okay, I already got that.
And underlined it twice. I don't know, what does that mean?
No, we just did that one. Okay, I know I can...
That's right, St. John is often credited with writing about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible. He's also known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle, that was John, and the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John.
Alright, back to Bible. Revelations. Ah, crap. Wait.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Okay.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit. Saying with a loud voice, worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing.
There's a bit of irony here with how much of the Bible I'm having to read.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great.
Oh, that wasn't it either.
And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times and a half a time from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note.
There we go.
Folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Well, that would be this one.
There's nothing worth noticing here. Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Ah. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No. Ah. I thought I got this one. I was sure I did this. Ah, that sucks. Let's look at the frame.
There's something else behind this paint. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that
I got myself
mean?
going in circles. I already did the Corinthian.
It must be the group of pilgrims mentioned from before. I guess maybe the city of Corinth is a reference to the epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
Version to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Okay.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
The sad thing is I literally can't open this. That's probably what I need to do. Oh. Alright, the Apostles to his... Apostles to his left. Like, these are the Apostles.
Several
to
portraits
the
of
left.
apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. Their fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
But that's all it's gonna let me do? Oh. What am I missing? Alright. Because, like, those are apostles on the floor to the left of Buddy. Something. Is there anything I'm missing? Anything else? Anything?
There are burnt
Anything? Like,
papers
I
in the
read this.
chimney.
Let's see. You got any more clues from
There's a
this
legible
now?
fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my
No.
faith in the man with the sword. So mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be?
Is it only the axe calculated?
Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Totally confused at this point. Alright. See. That's this. Surroundings.
There are finger marks. Deliberately drawn in the dust.
See, I think I did this.
8 in
already.
all. That's what the message in Hebrew
Yeah.
spoke about. Hebrew 8.
I already did that one. Romans 7 verse 8. Man.
No. Nothing of value here. too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Okay.
Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. It says,
Well, I already did this.
count
Sure.
in the dust. Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, it's... I already did that.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
It's interesting because it literally...
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
But it doesn't let me... Are those not the apostles to the left? What in the hell? Oh. Okay. Well, over to St. John.
On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle. That was John. And the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John. That's right, St. John is often credited with writing about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible. He's also known as the youngest of Christ's apostles.
I feel like I'm just repeating crap.
On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add one companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean? It's St. John.
Look at the paint again.
Painted by Guido Reni.
Fortunately, I can't do one option.
On the second day, the pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle. That was John. And the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John.
See, I already did the Revelations to St. John. If you see down in the bottom left corner, those diamonds, those are what are known as effort points. So certain things will take a certain amount of effort. Like you see, why do I know about the apostle? Or what do I know about the apostle? It's underlined yellow, and it says it's black, and then it has like a 1. So that tells me it would take 1 effort point to be able to do that. I have a higher level in it, so it automatically minuses it from it. But if I go to, what was it? Think about the code. I don't have my logic high enough. So even if I have the effort points, I'm not logical enough to be able to do this one.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard.
This is literally the hardest part of the game I've come to yet. Is the hardest puddle. Everything else has been easy. Well, I consider it easy. I gotta think about this. I actually gotta do this again.
The pilgrims listened to the prophecy of the young apostle. The prophecy of the young apostle. That was John. And the prophecy mentioned is most likely the book of Revelations according to St. John.
Which I already got. Let's see. Book of Revelations, John. I found the book. I will go back and see if there's another one for John. Book of Revelations. Revelation to John. No.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes.
No, not that. Alright.
And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
Should I just like hardcore just go through them all?
S, I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you,
I already got
awaiting
that
your
one.
instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean?
So you already did that.
Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth
I'm not
is
sure. I'm gonna need a
in us.
little bit of a break after this. I've been on for 2.5 hours.
S, I found the book in
Oh, I
your
already did that
effects.
shit.
I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that
I
mean?
might have to get off here soon. I might need a fresh mind to go back into this
It's
puzzle.
probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Revelations, John. He went back. Hold on. 12:14.
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing."
Ah, I was hoping that was gonna have some. Oh, I don't even know if I've done all these now. Oh crap.
And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
Alright, I gotta go talk to... I think there's somebody I can talk to. It's gonna let me leave? No! Oh no. Alright.
Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God.
Oh boy. This Gospel of St. John.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he hath not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in Hebrew Golgotha. I and my Father are one. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches.
Now I'm really curious to where the Bethesda game company got their name. Interesting. Act of the Apostles?
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God."
Oy vey.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here.
Ah.
A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Oh, that alone was 40 minutes in itself. Probably allegorical.
Clearly,
it's literal.
she must be trying to do something useful, but the what? The nightmare. Does that remind me of anything?
Painting.
It probably has to do with an object or something. Granting that this is the case, where am I to be found?
Ah, man. If only I had enough. It's on the ground floor. Oh, jeez. In the garden, on the wharf. In the balconies.
I thought it would have been over there, but something's telling me that it isn't. I better keep searching. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Nice. Episode 2. Chapter 5 for episode 2, part 1. Oh yeah, completed. Very nice. Woot woot. Okay, I need logic. Diversion. Oh, that wasn't logic. I need that too. Logic. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. That was a lot more Bible reading than I thought I'd ever have to do in this game. But I mean, being the occult, I guess I should have seen it coming. But goddamn, that was rough. All right, so let's see. Diversion is low. Science. Oh. Questioning. See, we got etiquette, diversion, psychology, politics, conviction, erudition, manipulation, linguistics, occultism, questioning, more erudition. Oh, I gotta find the rest of those. Alright. Questioning. have another one for diversion or subterfuge, do I? It's East Coast Witch, man. We out here on the east coast of Canada. It's my company is EC Witch, Occult Lifestyle and Brand.
In a small salon.
Oh, with that being said, almost 3 hours later, I do believe it is time for me to take a break. Because I will be streaming this again. Tomorrow. For sure. So, thank you for joining me at the very end there, Rock. I appreciate it. Very much so. Until next time. Keep your stick on the ice. Game hard. Peace out.